All right, let's just jump right into this explainer. We're going to uncover the absolute systemic transformation your body goes through when you cut out sugar for 30 days. We'll be looking at the hard science and exactly what happens inside you, literally day by day, when you make this kind of profound shift.
Now, you may be thinking, okay, cutting sugar, that's just about losing a few pounds, right? But honestly, the reality is far more incredible. Nearly every single system in your body, from your brain to your hormones to your actual skin, begins to completely reset. It's basically a full body metabolic overhaul. To really wrap our heads around the scale of the issue, we have to look at the average daily consumption in the US. 77 grams. That is nearly 20 teaspoons of added sugar just overflowing into our systems every single day. To put that into perspective, that's 2 to 3 times the American Heart Association's recommended limit. So most of us are unknowingly just flooding our systems. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, the hidden sugar problem. Second, the lifelong impact of sugar. Third, rules for the challenge. Fourth, week 1, which is the withdrawal. Fifth, weeks 2 to 4. And finally, life after 30 days. Section 1. The hidden sugar problem and why we're consuming so much.
You know what's really wild is how sugar just hides in plain sight. Most people don't even realize they're flooding their systems because it's not just candy and cookies. If you take a close look at everyday staples you think are healthy, like pasta sauce, granola bars, or peanut butter, you'll find these sneaky aliases. Manufacturers use words ending in "ose," like glucose and fructose, various syrups and terms like glazed or candied to keep your food sweet and shelf-stable. And that keeps your metabolism in constant chaos.
Section 2, lifelong impact of sugar, looking at decades of data. So why does this actually matter in the long run? Well, the data brilliantly illustrates the long-term stakes. We're looking at a fascinating natural experiment, the UK's World War II sugar rationing. Researchers followed these individuals for 60 years, and the outcomes? Absolutely incredible. Restricting sugar early in life literally buys you years of disease-free life. We're talking about dropping the risk of type 2 diabetes by 35% and hypertension by 20%, actually delaying those diagnoses by years.
And if we zoom in to a microscopic level, researchers at Columbia found that high sugar diets absolutely destroy your beneficial gut microbiome. Specifically, it wipes out something called Th17 cells. You can think of these guys like cellular shields in your gut that protect you against obesity and prediabetes by slowing down the absorption of bad lipids. Flood your gut with sugar, and you're literally killing off your own defenders. Crazy, right? Okay, section 3, rules for the challenge and preparing for the reset.
So the crucial point is knowing exactly how to execute this reset effectively. To truly stabilize your blood sugar and reset those taste buds, you must strictly eliminate all added and artificial sweeteners. I'm talking no stevia, no monk fruit, no zero-calorie substitutes. We really have to break the brain's addiction to that hyper-sweetness. But, and this is important, you absolutely keep nutrient-dense whole fruits and vegetables. Their natural sugars are bound up with fiber, so they process totally differently on your body. Now, if you want to take this metabolic clearing to the next level, kind of kick it up a notch, experts from St. Peter's Health recommend temporarily cutting out alcohol and refined white grains too. Why? Because your body metabolizes these empty carbs basically just like sugar, sending you right back on that exact same glucose roller coaster. Oh, and avoiding eating out for the month, that ensures you are the one in total control of the hidden ingredients entering your system.
Section 4, week 1, the withdrawal.
All right, now we cross the threshold into the actual challenge itself. And look, I want to warn you right up front. The first 7 days, they are rough. Your body is going to fight back. This biological journey requires you to push through the intense withdrawal phase of days 1 through 7 before you can cross over into the profound metabolic healing, fat oxidation, cognitive upgrades, and systemic cellular change later in the month. When you're in the thick of it and your dopamine receptors are temporarily struggling to generate pleasure and you're feeling, let's be honest, incredibly irritable, I want you to remember this concept. You are literally starving out a population of microbes. Those sugar-loving microbes in your gut are sending desperate, intense craving signals to your brain as they die off. So remember, this is not a lack of willpower on your part. It is a genuine biological battle happening right inside your gut.
But don't worry, you can survive this first week's headaches and irritability. Just follow these exact actionable steps to stabilize your system. First, hydrate aggressively with water and electrolytes. Second, prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep so your brain can heal. Third, keep high-protein snacks handy to blunt those cravings. And lastly, when the irritability hits, just take a short walk or do a 5-minute breathing drill. Hang in there, it is temporary. Moving on to Section 5, weeks 2 to 4. The transformation. As we move past that miserable first week, the discomfort really fades and the incredible systemic benefits start to accelerate. By week 2, your insulin drops enough to finally unlock stored fat. In mid-challenge DEXA scan results, participants see measurable decreases in total fat, and crucially, that dangerous visceral fat around your organs just starts to melt away. And the best part? You retain your healthy lean muscle while it happens. Then, around day 15 or week 3, your hormones undergo a massive upgrade. Your leptin sensitivity returns. That's a big deal because it means your brain finally gets the signal that you are actually full. Your appetite becomes intuitive again. Plus, your cortisol stress hormones normalize and neuroinflammation decreases, which completely lifts that heavy brain fog. Your memory center is going to function with razor-sharp clarity.
And here's a massive win for your overall resilience. 70% of your entire immune system lives right there in your gut microbiome. As your blood lipid profile improves, with those triglycerides dropping and your protective HDL cholesterol rising, your gut microbiome completely stabilizes and diversifies. It's like giving your body's defense system a massive structural upgrade. By the 4th week, your physical appearance totally transforms too. See? The absence of sugar halts this destructive process called glycation. Normally, glucose molecules bind to your collagen and elastin, which makes your skin stiff and prone to wrinkles. But without sugar constantly fueling that fire, your skin naturally boosts collagen, clears up acne or rosacea, and honestly just looks visibly more radiant. Finally, Section 6, Life After 30 Days, The Return. So, what should you really take away from this explainer once those 30 days are up? Well, your taste buds are now completely recalibrated to prefer whole foods. Seriously, a simple piece of fruit is going to taste like a rich dessert. This naturally sets you up to reduce your long-term risk for everything from heart disease to type 2 diabetes. But maybe most impressively, maintaining a low-sugar lifestyle drops the risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease by actually preventing the formation of beta amyloid plaques in the brain. I want to leave you with this defining thought. Metabolic stability isn't just about health. It's about living well. You want predictability, not volatile swings. This whole challenge is really about removing the interference so your system can run exactly the way it was designed to. So, here's my question for you. Are you ready to clear the metabolic noise and finally take back control of your body's energy?